Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Oakland Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd and a yard, Gilbert. He gets this one to Boyd. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
You got it! You got it!
Here now the offense for the Bengals.
It's a quick turnaround right out of the gate because there's a lot to cover in a short period of time. But the best teams, they simplify before they go play that Thursday night game. And they also believe it's way better to get your Thursday night game out of the way early before the body has been through too much. So if you ask people on scheduling, they want to play it early, not late. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's not gonna get me. Check. Crunch. 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 Kill. Hey, watch it. Hey. Fire.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Greystone, travel.
Throwing on first down. Wagner. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20, and all the way down to the 17-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
60 outlaw. Leo. Go. Under 10. 10. Check. Fresno.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Let's go. 60 or.
Now on 2nd and 13, Gilbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And on that one with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On the carry, it's Chubb. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and go a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yeah.
Check 50. Check 31.
Go, Jack.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the ball.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Set. 10-2 start. Bravo.
57
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wagner, catch made. It's Moreau.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Gilbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Open man is Ross, complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made it.
John Ross. Touchdown, Bengals.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
Looking to throw. Wagner got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
90 Wolf.
50 seconds to Mike. Wild Bill.
Ready?
On first down, Wagner. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wagner. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot before break. Wagner. And it's caught. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Check.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back.
On third down, it's Jacobs.
Get ready.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. 50, plant. Five.
On 1st and 10, Wagner going to take a shot for Gallup. This is caught at the 20. A big pickup of 38. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Hey.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run it with Jacobs. Uses this, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run. Chubb. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gilbert got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They give to Chubb out of the gun. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Chubb. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
30 base. Go!
Check it out, Reed. Set.
5.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on 2nd down. Wagner over the middle, complete. That's Steele. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Set. 50. Plant. Recon. 132 fighter.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Go! 70. Indy. Yep.
Alert flare! Alert 3!
Go!
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Throwing again. Wagner. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
General West.
Lucky. Check 24, check 24.
Snap.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. On 4th down, Wagner. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Gilbert. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
91.
Throwing on 1st down, Gilbert. He completes it to Boyd. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's got his man, Boyd. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Back to throw. Gilbert. Open man there is Malone. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Ready?
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Come on, fellas.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check three.
Running is Jacobs. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey.
Jacobs now, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
They go with Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a carry for Jacobs. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
7 yards there and a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Slam. Look, squeeze.
Take 4.
Hey, lock it. Hit it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Move. Yo, go. Look at me. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5.
Still 3rd down.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. From the gun, Wagner. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back.